Good day, folks. Welcome to Gardening with Creekside. It's been another great couple of weeks here at the Garden Center, and we're here to kind of just get you excited about Mother's Day and the things to come. And just quickly, I don't want to get too far down the road before I forget. This Saturday coming here at the nursery, we have two excellent trucks coming. One is Food Junkie. It is the most gourmet style donuts that melt in your mouth that you'll ever be able to taste. I mean, they were just extremely like high quality chef style donuts, right? I had the coolest food truck, super sweet people. We love them. They were here last time and they were here early, and those guys sold out. So make sure you get here first thing Saturday morning at 9 o'clock, get some Food Junkie donuts, haul home for the kids for the weekend. And then also we have Lord's backyard barbecue, I think it is. And man, I tell you, I've been seeing this guy's pictures on Facebook, and I've been wanting some ribs. Or I hope he has ribs that day. But the food truck menus change from time to time. But anyway, you can follow him on Facebook and you can look him up. But anyway, it's going to be barbecue, ribs, and all sorts of good tasties from that truck. So we're excited about that. And then you can get out. That's a good one to come out, grab a whole bunch of it. Even maybe it's not for lunch, you can grab a bunch of it, and it's, for supper, for a Saturday night supper. The evenings have been really nice here in North Carolina. So anyways, what I want to talk about today is shrubbery and perennials, and specifically the type of shrubbery that excites us right now. And to be honest with you, these are not the evergreen ones. Everybody's coming, yeah, I need evergreen in the front. It's got to be evergreen. It cannot lose leaves. It cannot lose leaves anywhere in my house. And Jenny and I were just looking at the berm and specifically and the backyard, and all the color that we are seeing, all the different shades of purples and yellows and greens, it's all coming from deciduous shrubs. What I mean by that is the ones that drop their leaves in the wintertime. And to be honest with you, how many of you are hanging out in your backyard in the winter looking at brown sticks when the plant is at rest and you're at rest because you're inside in the winter taking a rest, because the days are shorter and it's darker sooner. So we're here, we are April. Those things have been rocking since April, and we're going to have April, May, June, July, August, September, October, here at least, of all that color from those shrubs. So we're going to kind of go through some of those, and a good way to get them in the ground is here at the nursery. We've got Jenny's special edition auger from Power Planter. It has the heavy duty tip, 5-inch, and the reason I brought out the pink one is I've got 10 of these guys left. This is for Mother's Day, and that was the reason we brought the pink back. And so this is a good one to grab, guys, for mom. And it's a great gift, to give to your mom, or hey, you can give it to your guy. A lot of guys are going pink now, in the garden to keep the tools away from their friends. So anyway, I have green ones too, so don't get too worked up about we only have the pink. We have 2 of the heavy duty kits left also here at the nursery. So I think we'll hit what's behind the camera up here is what I'm excited about, because this is a great Mother's Day gift. I'll just lay the pink auger down. This is Lilac Days rose from Proven Winners, and it smells just phenomenal right now. We've been growing these since last year, so they have a really nice big root system in that 3-gallon pot. But this is one that if you look over here, you can, look at this thing. This is, look at that. Nice size rose. Cece and I think we were having like a little bit of a fight over the display on Saturday. She was wanting to bring up the Wulia, which we're gonna go down there and look. That's another one. It's another one that's deciduous, drops its leaves, but puts on these cool colors with all its new and unique leaves. But anyways, we have Lilac Days rocking it out right now. Yep, Rise Up, Lilac Days. Yep, so then they got Reminiscent Coral right here. And it's just you can see the difference in those flowers. This is it's multiple petals, really big flower, nice one to cut in and bring in to the house. So it really smells well. So I think it just took, I remember when we started growing them last year and they were flowering, I think it just took like that second year of growth in the pot, and they are just taking off and they're putting on that, you know, really delicious rose smell. So another one here is the one that loses its leaves is this wisteria vine, and this one is called Amethyst Falls. So a lot of folks have been grabbing this one and putting it into a pot and then putting things around it to let, you know, like you could put super bells or some of the diamond, the silver falls over it, any of those type of things underneath it to kind of give it some look. This would be great to go in our Savannah urns. Now we're going to go down there in just a minute and look at those Savannah urns, because we're going to put those on special, and we'll tell you about that in just a minute, what that special is. But we're going to go take a look at Savannah urns on our way down after we look at some more deciduous shrubs. So anyway, that's just another one that's really cool. But we're going to try to do some things to help out Mom at Mother's Day with some great specials. So as always, we've got all the color going on in the greenhouse. We're reloading this. We're filming this video on Sunday, so it's after Saturday, and we did a good job of getting things back in here. And then you'll see this video on Wednesday, so you want to be sure, you know, to get out here on Thursday and Friday before we close down. So everything's still looking well. We've got a lot of the, you know, you guys that took me up on my offer a couple weeks ago when we talked about Artist Blue. So we're going into the second crop. We had a group of ladies that were doing a front entrance to a neighborhood where the sign is, right? So, and this is an excellent plant for that, because you can get that in the ground now. The Artist Blue, the Ageratum from Proven Winners. It's just one it's always looks like it's in bloom because it covers its dead. And I just told them it will just be there until frost. And so they bought a bunch of those for that bed. And then we have a little bit of a millionaire left. So we're still rocking that out for our hummingbirds. And those guys are just love that thing. I saw, where did I see that red hummingbird? I was doing something odd, but he was in the greenhouse, and I think he just flew right up to me when I was messing with these plants. So anyway, so we brought down lots of baskets for Mom, lots of chick charms, and on Saturday, when normally this doesn't even happen, but man, I think we were covered up, the parking lot was full, and here comes this tractor trailer on a Saturday. And it was a new round of Caladiums from Classic Caladiums, and these are gorgeous. Now guys, these Caladiums, a lot of folks, they look at Caladiums and they think shade, even though this one here is rated for shade. You know, but these are new Caladiums. They can really rock it out in the sun, in the heat, just like they do in Florida, right where they are grown and harvested from. And they sit out there and take the heat and the sun from Florida. So here in North Carolina, this would be excellent underplanted with that wisteria that I showed you earlier. So I've got several of these. That was a red one there. This one's a shade one again. This is Clowning Around. Was that Clowning Around? I think it was too. And then we have Heart to Heart Blushing Bride. Now look at that guy. So what we got this time was the 8-inch container. So this will have 2 or 3 more bulbs inside there. Than the quartz that we still have some quartz over here on the other side. And then we did get some, I don't know if we have this in quartz or not. Yeah, this is Snow Flurry. That's for the shade. And this is White Star. So this is one that says sun to shade, and it can be confusing for folks, and they think, well, No, it can work in both areas for you, either the sun or the shade, either one. So, yep. Got a few Japanese maples in here. We'll go down and take a look at some other ones here in a little bit. We brought in some macho ferns. These are great gifts to, if you want to give a fern to mom, you know, just excitement. We also have some Kimberly Queens in this size. So these are excellent size. The pot is full. It's ready to go home. Okay. Now, this one here, I got it by accident, and a lot of folks talk about the pink muhly grass, and I normally we get a few in just because folks want to be able to have it for those pink blooms in the fall. But if you just look at this one, I mean, this grass itself is just, by itself right now, is really gorgeous and pretty, and would add a excellent highlight or accent or flow look inside your landscape. Then the other one, they're generic. This is a newer one that's called Undaunted. And it's still gonna have the really big pink blooms. I just think it's prettier at this stage right now than the standard muhly grass. So these are in 3 gallons. So lots of roots ready to go for you. So speaking of deciduous is the Wulia. So this YG is Vino Verde. It's new a couple years ago. Its show is the foliage. So it's the variegated foliage with the red and pink bloom, kind of like a burgundy bloom almost. But I would say that you're going to get this one because of the foliage. And it's just something that you can get in this type of plant because it is deciduous. You know, there's just not too many evergreen shrubs that are going to come back from one year to the next that are going to have these types of shows or colors. Our Wulia down at the house underneath our crepe myrtles right now, they're going crazy. Nice big red blooms. It's one of those, I think I would stick the Wulia, I wouldn't stick it around my house. You know, I think I would take this shrub and go out into the garden. You know, go out on the edges and just let it do its thing. You know, and you'll just enjoy seeing that thing from one year to the next. More Lilac Days hanging out, ready to go home, folks. Okay, so let's go. Oh, Fizzy Mizzy. Now this is a new one. This is the landscape shrub of the year, proven winners. We roll through these things. Look at these things. I mean, when you stare at this plant, this is a deciduous shrub. I mean, it is gorgeous. Red stems and those flowers. I mean, they have like if you look right here, whoo, this one's starting to open up, but I think they look so cool closed up, you know. And then this is not your standard it's not like Scentlandia. Scentlandia gets really big, you know, it kind of sprawls out and goes wild on you. This one's really 3x3. It's really tight, nice. You can see it in the 3-gallon pot. It's a really nice habit, easy to grow. These have been snatched up the first round. We've got the second round in, and we got a couple of these highlighted up here with Lilac Days. Rise up. So you need a trellis for that rose, but they smell gorgeous. So we'll have more roses. We can go down on the shrub lot and look at that and hit up a couple of more, you know, shrubbery that is deciduous, that provides you multiple colors throughout the year, not just one single color like Sunshine Ligustrum is yellow. It's yellow, yellow, yellow all the time. It's great. But these deciduous shrubs that drop their leaves and put on new stuff bring you much more interest into your garden. So lots of hanging baskets still. We still have lots up at production we're bringing down. Great gifts for mom. This will be a great weekend to grab that. Yeah, the only one I would say out of all these down here, we were down here a couple weeks ago, the Fire Chief that changes color, that arborvitae, it's always kind of green, ish, but it goes bronze in the winter. But it's one that gives you some sort of different type of look, you know, before you go. Now, I cannot show you double play Dolly Spirea, which is an excellent deciduous shrub, because they're all gone. You know, they got excited about it from last time. So we're gonna bring some more of these down. This is orange pillar Barberry. Yes, Barberry from Proven Winners. Everybody's, oh, I don't want the thorns. You know, I don't want to get hurt. You know, look at that. It's not bad. You know, feels good. All right. It's nice orange color, brings that color into the garden. It looks beautiful with, you know, greens. You know, this is deciduous. It drops its leaves, but it comes back really fast in the winter, and then it starts showing off. But this one's like it's a dwarf one. It's 2x2, 3x3, something like that. It's a pillar. This is orange pillar. So the Sunjoy Neos, the bush, kind of has the same type of colors. This one's a little more orange, you know. I like it. Maybe we have a good group of those. We'll get those down here by Wednesday, and they'll be sitting right here, hopefully, ready to go home with you. Before I move on, let's see, more roses, Lilac Days, Reminiscence. What's that yellow one? Is that Ringo? Yeah, we had a good number of little Ringos. This is Rise Up Ringo. Saturday, I saw them go home. I'm just gonna take this. That just fell apart there. It's gone. Just like that, you know. But we have a good group of roses up at production ready to go for you. So over here with the Fizzy Mizzy are the different Wigilias. Okay. This one here is in bloom. We have it over there in that section. It's white. This is, yeah, Wine and Spirits, the white one. And then this guy over here is Midnight Wine Shine that I talked about last week. Okay. Double play doozy. Also, we have this we brought in a different Aelia. It does hold on to its leaves, but it's one that changes colors. This one and Kaleidoscope, and I want to show you Mucho Gusto before we head out of here. But you can see that how, like on the tag here, it has all the different flowers and the changing colors of the foliage. So even though it does hold on to its leaves, okay, I would count this as brings in that interest into the garden that we're trying to highlight right now. This one is Mardi Gras, Aelia Mardi Gras. I mean, think about all the colors and different things at the Mardi Gras, you know. So anyway, Fire Glow, and then this is Bloodgood. I think we did not talk on this one enough the other week. This is a improved Bloodgood Emperor 1. Okay, so it will, you know, it's an upright Japanese maple that fans out. It's not a weeping one. And then the Emperor 1 is an improved Bloodgood that can take the heat better. The heat better, especially here in North Carolina in the South. So this will be one that I would add into my landscape, you know, and you could plant like that Aelia underneath it, you know, the yellow Mardi Gras or the Kaleidoscope or even the Mucho Gusto. You could add in the Spireas, you know, just different types of colors that you could, you know, put together and make those look nice. So I think let's go over to, I do want to show the Mucho Gusto first, and then we'll head over to the Unique Stone and talk about that. But yeah, soft service here. We've got to mention that. Soft service here. So this is an evergreen unique tree from Proven Winners. This thing will have to need to look. It's a full sun, you know, not too huge, you know, 6 to 10 feet would be very nice on the corner of your house or in a highlighted spot within the garden that you were wanting to plant some of the other colors around, you know, 5 to 6 feet wide. So it's not going to take over your entire garden like a Thuja green giant or something, right? But it adds that nice, it's a nice evergreen shrub that I enjoyed to look at. So over here is Mucho Gusto from Proven Winners. I was down here, I was actually looking at the ones, I think I got finished running this morning, and I was looking at the ones in the courts that are headed out online sitting up, and I was just noticing that the cool colors that this guy brings in with its red stems, you know, and the white outlines on that dark green foliage. And this is one too, I mean, it will kind of change over time. The Aelia is unique in that way as an evergreen shrub. Of course, in the winter, it's not like a boxwood or something where it's, you know, still pretty nice and green. But I like its tight habit. It's not flipping all over the place, and it doesn't have shoots coming all out like little fireworks and all that jazz. It's got a nice little look to it. And if it does, you can just take your, you know, your hand pruners and just clip those off. So let's go over here and I'll show you the big special that we've got going for the unique stone. We're just going to do a style of planter, okay? And we've got a limited number of them, I think. Still a good number, and I think these would make excellent gifts for mom. She would make her super happy. So over here, we're going to do the Savannah Urns. Yes, we're going to put the Savannah Urns on special. I'm crazy. I don't know what I'm doing, but we're going to do it. We're going to do it. We want to get some folks excited in the spring. You know, we're going to do 20% off. 20% off this guy, and hopefully I'll make some folks happy in the garden. So we've got multiple colors in these. This is the either dark or, you know, walnut. You know, the aged stone, ancient age here. You know, I think that's Jenny's mom's favorite color. And this is like a light walnut color here. They're really close together. I like the walnut colors. I really like them all, but the browns, you know, really highlight plants really well, or even the aged stone. But we have, I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and I have 3 up here. It gives us 7. So we have 7 on 20% special. This is the green color here, and then probably aged stone, ancient age, and then the light brown there. So we have a lot of those guys on special, and we had a lot of unique stone pieces that they're over here on this side, the little unique ones that we haven't talked about. It's not really my cup of tea, you know, but a lot of folks like coming and picking up a gecko and, you know, bringing him home. You know, we had just this week, we had lots of cool people from Wisconsin, Waco, Texas, Virginia. It was just, and so lots of times, like, I know the folks that I met from Waco, you know, they had to fly home, so they didn't drive this time. So these are cool just to be able to take home with you from your visit to Creekside. But we have them all sorts of colors. You can see all of them over here. It's been driving CC crazy because we don't have the prices on there. She's been working hard to try to get that. We have the turtle. Look at this little guy. We had a live turtle at the nursery this week. He was crawling in the parking lot. And thank goodness, you know, we had folks watching out for him and helped him on up. Plenty of basket boys ready to go. Need to get those on the play. We have more of the resting fawn. So this is like a dark walnut color here. Look at that. So these went fast last time. We just haven't gotten them out really. Folks don't know they're here. The toadstool Excellent. And then the old shroomies. So we have them all ready to go with their sizes. We sell those as a set, and then we put them together. So you have the large, medium, and little small guy on the shroomies, and then the resting little pigs. I don't know what their real name is, but you know, Herm the worm. So we've been knocking out some of those, and then I saw a young lady take on a butterfly this week. Yeah. It's a moth?
The lunar moth.
Lunar moth.
Yes.
Butterfly, lunar moth. You know, I don't know. It's like, it's pretty. You know. So, anyway. So, don't forget, this weekend, Food Junkie, large barbecue. You can bring home some barbecue or eat it here for lunch. We'll have all those colors ready for you, 20% special, ready to go. We're going to be knocking out more plants in the signature garden this week. So when you come this Saturday, you're going to see lots of new annuals in the garden. They're surrounding the fountain that's flowing water. You know, so you know, it's working. You know, it's just we're thankful for that. But anyway, when you do get here, I would say at least by Thursday or Friday, we'd have most of it done. And then other plantings on throughout the garden itself, and getting ready for this wedding that's coming in May. So that's cranking down on us. So anyway, so I thank you for following. Thank you for jumping on board today, and we'll see you this week at the nursery.